It's an award-winning show that only seems to be growing in popularity, and more people are learning about Biscuits with the Boss and Being a Goldfish. Ted Lasso is one of those shows that's a cultural phenomenon that will make you laugh and also touch your heart. This is thanks to a staff of amazing writers and an amazing cast, including Hannah Waddingham and Juno Temple. Take a look.
I can find my tropical
Right, want to leave back to the hotel?
Oh, no. I think I'm going to walk, actually. Unless you want me to come with you, because that I can do.
I'm fine, really.
Yeah?
Besides, that was yesterday.
You're wasting valuable time.
Yeah, I'm going.
Hannah and Juno, who also play Rebecca and Keeley, join us now. Thank you for being with us. I'm such a huge fan of the show.
Thank you for having us.
It is our pleasure. Hannah, I'm going to start with you. Let's start talking about Rebecca. She's a troubled character that can't really seem to figure out her true feelings at first. You almost hate her, but then her character arc takes you for a ride.
Yeah, I don't know about the doesn't know her true feelings. I think she has been so universally battered, emotionally, verbally, by this ridiculous man that she allowed into her heart, that she's just very much lost. And so she's lashing out and realizes through the show that that is not the answer, and of all people, not to Ted.
I can understand that. I kind of wish I was a friend of hers so we could go after the ex-husband a little bit together. But, you know, that's just my pettiness. All right. So we also know that you're
but ultimately Ted's very clever. Ted is very clever, and he says, let's not try and destroy this place. Let's make it the best it's ever been, far better than when Rupert had it. And that's the different way of looking at things. That's the kind of Lasso way.
Juno, I have a question for you. Keeley is almost the glue, in a way, to a lot of this story, in that she has connections to so many parts. Tell us a little bit, about that. How's that been for you?
Oh, it's been heaven. I mean, it means, I've gotten to explore such beautiful moments with so many of my castmates, and acting is all about reacting. It's all about creating a safe space between you and your co-star and just letting it go, right? And I think I couldn't be more grateful for the people I'm working with on this job. I really couldn't. They blow my mind on a daily basis with everything. And starting at the top with our ringleader, Mr. Jason Sudeikis. And I think that, Keeley is very special to me because she really, really sees the best in people and wants people to acknowledge that part of themselves. And what a joyous character to play. And at the same time, she's somebody who's developing a beautiful relationship with Rebecca, who helps Keeley see something special in herself that Keeley hadn't seen, So I think it's everything that's played out, everything that's mapped out. It's beautiful how it sort of comes back around. And these characters that you meet throughout the show start off as one thing, and each one of them surprises you with their beautiful journey.
Absolutely. So speaking of your co-stars, tell us about Jason Sudeikis in this role and what it's like working with him.
I find him quite extraordinary, and it took me about maybe 3 episodes in season 1 to stop fangirling. Because I have to be very careful with Rebecca. She's not meant to it's not that she doesn't like him, but she's not letting him in. She's not interested in meeting a new person, even as a friend, nothing. He's purely a conduit for her to create disaster, to get someone else back. But working with Jason and working as Rebecca with Ted were 2 very challenging things for me, obviously because I had to make sure Rebecca's responses to Ted were right and not overbaked and not underbaked, but also my reaction to doing scenes with not only, Hollywood's finest, Jason Sudeikis, but also the creator and writer of the show. You don't want to screw it up, because it's just not normal to be in a scene with somebody that's created it. It's just the biggest privilege to be able to go, when you said this, what did you mean by that? It's amazing.
The that sometimes that is so funny. Also maintaining keeping a straight face
Nightmare.
when we're shooting is really hard.
When he's got the devil in his eye, thank God my character had to go, Ted, stop. Because I was like, honestly, I've got such a massive mouth. I thought any second now it's just going to be game over and I'm just going to be howling with laughter.
No, ladies, I'm so glad that you're having as much fun making the show as we are watching it. We're out of time. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.